Hi everybody, another video from me. I took a slightly spontaneous trip for 3 or 4 days. It's now kind of Tuesday, 23rd of June, and we're in this heat wave. Apparently it's going to be the most ridiculous heat wave we've ever had, particularly across Europe. Anyway, I thought I'd get away on the boat. I'm not sure it's the best place to be in a heat wave, but I thought if there's any wind at all, it'll be on the water. So that's why I'm out, and I'm on my way down to Newtown Creek. I'm hoping to pick up a mooring or drop the anchor. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been going since 5. I'm now pretty much parallel with Fishbourne and well on my way. I haven't been into Newtown Creek for over 30 years. But I am looking forward to it, so it'll be good. And then I'm thinking of going on to Yarmouth for a couple of days, but we'll see. The forecast's going to stay very hot, and the wind's going to come round to the west apparently on Friday, which again suits me because that will be my trip home. Got my mooring in Newtown Creek, blowing a hoolie, getting up for 30 knots at times, and low tide, as you can see. It is a great spot. Well, there's lots of people going for a swim on that lovely gaff rigged boat over there. They're parked right in the entrance to the channel, but I suppose there must be a decent amount of room there. No one seems to be having a problem coming in and going out. Oh look, and now the rozzers have turned up. Can't imagine what sort of nefarious operations might be going on in Newtown Creek, but I suppose they have to monitor the potential for stuff coming across the channel. There we are, it's tipped over into 30 degrees. Pretty warm, but I'm not complaining. Well, here's a little anecdote for you guys. My temperature gauge for my engine, there it goes. You can see it, hear it going off. The engine hasn't been running for, I don't know, 5 hours, but the temperature here on the water, you know, it's like 30 degrees in the shade. The engine exhaust system here runs so cool that, having set the alarm to where I wanted it to be, it's never gone off. It doesn't go off. It did go off once when I did get some weed stuck in the water system, which was good. It meant that I kind of managed to catch the problem. But now it's so warm here, and obviously the engine with this small amount of residual heat and the interior warmth of everything is lifted the temperature in the exhaust enough to set the alarm off. So it's supper time. Chunky chicken yet again. Last time, a week ago, it really wasn't very good. It was kind of Okay. And I talked to Alex, and he said, did you remember the mustard? The main ingredient, almost. I hadn't remembered the mustard. I'd got the vegetable stock, and that's about it. I hadn't thought about the onions, garlic, which I put in. So it's all getting a really good base, and then putting the right stuff in. Celery. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll get there eventually. One day, after doing this for a number of years, I'll actually remember all of the ingredients that have to go in. Anyway, that's enough on food for tonight. So here goes. Let's just see if Alex's extra bits and pieces, which should have gone in the first place, did the job. That's a really big improvement on last week's. Yeah, that's definitely good. Garlic, onions properly, fried away to start with, and the mustard makes all the difference. Fabulous. I shall be continuing with this. It's like one of those Australian mining trains. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, and when you think it's going to stop, it keeps going on and on. This guy here is flying his drone. You can see he's got the controller there in his hand. But it's very quiet. I think it must be some little way off, I think. So what's your name?
Chris.
So this is Chris, who apparently follows the Mostly Boaty channel, which is most impressive, and recognised me from that, which is quite cool. So from Thorny Channel, which is brilliant, and the club. So anyway, hopefully see you again. Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, and you. All right, cheers. So there's people tootling about in their boats, and that's definitely oyster catchers. Someone's going to prove me wrong. Someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. I'm sure there's oyster catchers. Yes, so Newtown Creek, 9:30 at night, and very, very peaceful now. Just a few movements of those paddle boards over there, the odd outboard. I'm sure I can hear something behind me if I look round. Yep, there's somebody in an inflatable with probably an electric motor. It's very quiet, and lots of raucous birds. It's very, very peaceful and a lovely end to the day. So I will pick this up again tomorrow morning, and we'll see where it takes me. Good few days yet on this little trip, this opportunity because of the heat. And I don't know whether I mentioned that one of the main reasons I did this is because I've got a crack in the windscreen of my car, which I picked up from a lorry that decided to drop bits of its pea gravel onto the motorway I was on, flipped it up into the air. I got this crack. It was quite short at first, but after a couple of days, half the width of the windscreen, I couldn't drive my car anymore. So I thought, I'll come down on the boat. So that's one of the reasons I'm here. Given that it's still 27 degrees and it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm bringing up my little shade here under the fore cabin, which is where I'm going to sleep. So let's keep a bit of the light off, a bit of the dew out, and that's hopefully going to be at least reasonably comfortable to sleep.
Well, is this peaceful or is it not peaceful? I'm not really sure. There's an absolute riot going on with those birds. But it is very beautiful, and 4 o'clock in the morning. And you can see the kind of glowing Fordy oil refinery in the distance.
Well, I'm on my way off to Yarmouth from Newtown Creek now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning on what could well be the hottest day of the century so far in this part of the world, or not, who knows. It's going to be well, it's probably not going to be the hottest down here. It's probably 31, 32 down near Yarmouth. It's going to get a lot hotter than that inland, I think. Anyway, it's been a really lovely stay, and it's incredibly still and very warm already this morning. it's that warm now, I put up this tarpaulin which I had to keep the sun off, give me somewhere to sit out on the deck here in the cockpit. The problem was it was acting like a radiator. It was keeping me shade, but the sun was just baking it and bringing, the heat straight down onto me underneath. So here's my solution. Put the duvet over the top of it, which acts as an insulating layer as well, and obviously reflects a lot more of the heat. So yeah, that's my solution. Seems to be working. About to make a bit of dinner. Been watching a bit of TV. It's just about cool enough now to sit inside. And the reason I say that is because it's actually no cooler sitting outside anywhere, even in the shade. Tomorrow is due to be possibly even warmer, though possibly with more breeze. The sun goes down on the hottest day in June ever recorded in this part of the world so far. Tomorrow could be hotter. Thorney Island actually was the hottest recorded at 2 p.m. and then Gosport got to 36 point something this afternoon as the hottest in June so far, I think, ever recorded. And here in Yarmouth, we're not that far away, but obviously could be a little cooler. It is now nearly 9 o'clock, and inside the boat it has just dropped below 30 degrees. I'm not complaining, just saying. So I've been moved to what's called a dead boat, interestingly, in the harbour here. This dead boat is, well, it looks like a swan, Nautor swan of some sort. Whether it is or not, I don't know. Beautiful boat, but it's a resident boat here. And by dead, they mean just, it's not being occupied at the moment. So I'm just on this, rafted up, because I've got to leave at 5 in the morning. And being amongst all of the other boats on their regular pontoon, I'm almost definitely going to get stuck inside. And I wouldn't get away, so I'm out here, which is very nice. I'm ready to go in the morning. And now it's a blessed 27 degrees, a complete relief after yesterday's plus 30. Nice easterly breeze. You see Lymington in the background, past the boats which are moored outside the harbour here at Yarmouth. And the ever-present row ferries coming and going all the time through the day until quite late in the evening. And these were my companions, and there's my slot where I was moored last night to the right. So this is a charity, actually. I think the Morning Star Trust. Interesting, I looked them up. Christian organisation. Offering sailing opportunities to people who aren't so privileged, I think. Putting water in the tank. Aquasol, I'm going to guess 75 litres at least. Cat filter every 25. And then a slow process, filling it up. And this has got a little counter on it, so I can measure how much goes in, which is useful. sense of how much water I use. It takes a little while. It's not fast. So the temperature has actually got higher than it got yesterday. I mean, I have to say it is more manageable because there is a really good breeze, but it is pretty warm again, and yeah, it really is bakingly hot, to be honest. I've got my kind of make do and mend towel as a sunshade there to sit outside, but actually it's actually more comfortable inside the boat. My Mac won't charge at the moment. I mean, it's holding charge with the power supply on, but I've looked that up. Apparently it's because it is so warm. It's designed to operate at up to 35 centigrade, and so it simply is refusing to charge, which, you know, is one of those things. My phone is incredibly hot, and I've actually done something slightly unusual, but some people might have done this, who knows. I'm charging my phone up in the fridge, just to keep it from, you know, overheating. Okay, one of my favourite jobs again, which you may have seen if you've watched my videos before. Cleaning the speed log. It's the first time I'm going to have to do it this year. We're now in June. Boat went in the water, so we're actually late June now. Boat went in the water in April, and as you can see, make sure we don't cross the thread. There we go. Screw that down. Little bits of wildlife getting into the bilges here. Okay, and there's the speed log. It's, yeah, looking pretty crusty with stuff. Anyway, I'm going to give that a good clean now. So I'll just get in between all the cracks. It was amazing it was going just a week ago, because I can't imagine there would have been much less growth on it. It is a faff, but I do like seeing speed through the water, and you may have noticed earlier in this video coming down here, the speed log simply wasn't registering at all. Yeah, it's a pretty little place, Yarmouth, down the little side streets. There it is, the bugle. Got the table. I'm hoping they're going to find me a nice breezy garden or window spot where I'm not going to overheat too much. So I've got a dark corner of the bugle here, which isn't exactly cool, but it's certainly not too oppressive. So, yeah, that's probably as good a place as any. This is obviously designed to scare the kids. making my way towards Cowes now. I'm just passing Newtown Creek, doing just under 8 knots over the ground. Having left Yarmouth at just after 5 o'clock this morning, and it's now 20 to 6. Got the tide with me for about 3 hours in total. Through a little boat passage. My original plan was to leave Yarmouth and motor up to Osborne Bay and anchor there for 3 or 4 hours, have the odd meeting, do a little bit of work and stuff. It's very lovely there. But I realised that the tide, was going to be with me for quite a while, so I thought I'm going to make the most of it. Most of the tide, and I kept on. Well, I kind of motor sailed really. I have the main up, but there was very little breeze, and I've kept going. And the tide's really only just turned. I'm through the boat channel and well on my way to Chichester. So whilst the boat slowed down a bit, the wind's picked up and I'm sailing at last. Got a bit of sailing in, which is really nice. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. So this is the first time I've put a jumper on this whole trip. It's 23 degrees in the boat. It's still about 75% humidity, but I kind of feel a bit chilly with this breeze. So I put this on, and the boat's sailing nicely, 4.5 knots through the water. Now that I've got the log cleared, you can see what speed I'm doing through the water. I'm doing just about the same over the ground. The tide's turned, but it'll start obviously going against me soonish. But it's a nice sail along the coast, the last bit to Chichester Harbour. Well, it's the end of my somewhat spontaneous trip for 4 days down to Yarmouth and to Newtown Creek, and I have really enjoyed it. It was all about going somewhere else to deal with this heat wave. I don't know that I really achieved a great deal in terms of it being cooler than being at home. I think I had more benefit at night, but perhaps not so much during the day. And I worked on board as I do. I'm not really taking the week completely off, so it was good, and I've enjoyed it, and had some lovely sailing today. Motored from Yarmouth right past Cowes and up to just past Portsmouth, where I put the engine on. Where I turned the engine off. Just going through a little boat channel. Because the breeze picked up and had a fantastic sail, really all the way back. And I tried to sail onto the mooring with the engine ticking over. I've never tried that before. I didn't quite get it right, but I kind of got close-ish. It was an interesting thing to try and do, reading the kind of speed of the boat and what little power I can get out of the jib when it's wound quite a lot of way in, so it doesn't give too much energy. I just kind of timed things a bit wrong. It was good to try anyway, and I've been here on the mooring for a few hours now, doing a bit more work, having a couple of meetings, and that's it. So that's the end of my little trip out. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you do feel like giving it a like and a subscribe, then that's always, that'd be really good. And until next time, I'll see you then.